everybody, and welcome to another in our spring music series. This project was funded in part or in whole with money from Minnesota's Art and Cultural Heritage Fund. If you head on over to our website at www.carverlib.org, you should be able to see everything else we have coming up. And I should say I'm Susan, the librarian, and I'm here to introduce Gaelynn Lea, and she will now take over and perform lovely music for you.
Thank you very much, Susan. Thanks to everybody who's tuning in on Facebook. Thank you so much to Carver County Library. It's a cool idea to do concerts live from the Facebook page, and while I am playing, if you have any questions for me about my music or touring or disability rights advocacy or even writing my book, because I'm currently working on a book, feel free to type those questions in the Facebook chat below this video. And at the end, if there are any questions, Susan will ask them. So I'm going to start out with a song that I wrote called Watch the World Unfold. And it's about not being so hard on yourself when you make mistakes. So here we go. Pushing up through the dirt just like a seed, but you're never quite a flower. You feel more just like a weed, driving through. You wanna know where you are going, but the windshield's always dirty, and you never get to see what makes you think that you'll ever get there. What makes you think you deserve to know? Who are you really? Are you so important? Take a look around and watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Need advice, you have no clue what you're doing. Moral compass it is spinning, an identity unhinged. Where to turn, there's so many opinions, and they're all a little different, and the outlook's getting dim. What makes you think that you'll ever get there? What makes you think you deserve to know? Who are you really? Are you so important? Take a look around and watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Watch the world unfold. Okay, my amp just shut off. One moment. That's super weird. I have no idea what happened. Oh, the pedal. Aha. Okay, hello everybody, I'm back. I think that is what is up. Can I turn it up to noon? No. Okay, oh my goodness. Well, we were almost at the end of that song anyways. That was very scary. I'm pretty sure that's all it was. I'm gonna check. Okay, I do not know why it came unplugged in that moment, but we were getting close to the end. So I will not go all the way back to the beginning because I'd have to set it all up again. I'll just go to my next song. Sorry about that, but that's how you know it's live. In case you didn't know, the way I get all the layers to the songs is using this looping pedal, which just came unplugged, which is why all the music stops. But the looping pedal is a recording device, and I push the left-hand button down with my leg when I want to record what I'm playing, and then when I lift my leg off of the button, it automatically starts repeating, like looping what I just played again and again and again and again. And then I can add more and more layers. So when I first start a song, those very first notes I play, I usually am recording those, and then that's kind of how I build the song throughout. So that's why starting over is not an easy feat. So I'm going to do another tune for you. This is a traditional Irish fiddle tune called Swallowtail Jig, and it's probably one of the first fiddle tunes that I learned back when I would play contra dance music for people. So here we go. If there are any fiddlers in the chat, you'll probably recognize this tune. It's weird.
I think the stream froze. We're going to work on getting that back. If you'll hold on while we experience technical difficulties at the moment. And they're going to just sign on in the stream again shortly. So, and we're back any moment now. And we just need the mic on, and then we'll be good.
Oh my goodness, and I want to make it bigger up at the top. Okay, sweet. Oh my goodness, this is ill-fated technical night. Okay, where were we? In the middle of Swallowtail Jig, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're experiencing technical difficulties, and now we're back.
Okay, we
Thank you
are
for
back.
sticking with us.
Okay. Oh, can you turn on original sound, please? That is so weird. That has literally never happened to me before. Original sound is in the corner. So you can hear me talking, right? And everything's good? I'm assuming so.
Everything is good. Sorry, I muted myself again. Sorry. Everything is good, and we are good to go.
Okay, I'm going to do Swallowtail Jig. Okie dokie, we made it through a whole song. That is remarkable. So I'm from Duluth, Minnesota, and I've played in the Twin City and metro area quite a bit, but obviously not since March, and so it's good to be able to do this program with you. So the next song is called Let It Go, not from the movie Frozen. This is my version that I wrote before Frozen came out, and it has an ill-fated name. So this is about letting go of the things that do not serve you anymore. When the smoke clears, when the dust settles, where do you go? Who do you know? When the damage is done and it blots out the sun, to whom do you run? To whom do you run? Let yourself let it go. The urge to have, the need to know. Stay awake through the flow and let yourself let it go. Carry these words deep in your chest, too hard to release, and lay them to rest. When the bitterness creeps in, how do you keep it under control from robbing your soul? Let yourself let it go. The urge to have, the need to know. Stay awake through the flow and let yourself let it go. There you go. That is Let It Go. And thinking the next song I'm going to do for you is another Irish fiddle tune called Boys of Blue Hill. And this is a pretty happy, kind of traditional dance tune. So it's been really rainy in Duluth, and I hear the same is true for Minneapolis. So this is sort of the opposite of the weather to cheer us all up. So here we go. you go. So the next song that I'm gonna do for you folks is called "Someday We'll Linger in the Sun," and it's the song that I entered into the Tiny Desk contest a long time ago now. I'm trying to think, 2016. So that's 5 years ago already. They just announced the next Tiny Desk concert contest or whatever. So that's open right now. I think you can apply at NPR Music until June 7th or something. So if you want to try to enter, now is your chance. And this song and that experience really changed my life. It's kind of what kickstarted touring with my husband all over the country and even to other countries. And so you never know what something like writing a song and entering a contest could do. Sometimes it's pretty intense. So here we go. This is Someday We'll Linger in the Sun. It is about how love is beautiful even when it's difficult or complicated. So our love's a complex vintage wine. Already bleeds and lemon rind. I spit you out, but now you're mine. We bit the fruit, it seemed a lie. I'll never know which way was right. Now side by side we face the night, and I love you, and I love you. We walked the pier and back again. It was the most scared I've ever been. You held my hand until the end, and I love you, and I love you. Don't tell me we've got time. The subtle thief of life, it slips away when we pay no mind. We pull the weeds out till the dawn, nearly too tired to carry on. Someday we'll linger in the sun, and I love you, and I love you. we go. So this next song that I'm going to do for you, and feel free to ask questions in the chat because we have some time at the end if you want to answer some questions. So I am happy to respond at the end of the show. There's a few more tunes left, and then we'll open it up to questions. So if you have them now, write them in the chat, and we'll get to them at the end. So this next song is called Bound by a Thread, and it's kind of about how we are all connected throughout time. And it's on my 2018 album, Learning How to Stay, which is really fun. It was a full band project. I miss those guys a lot, the ones in the band, but I'm sure I'll see them soon. They're all down in the cities, in fact. So here we go. Bound, bound, bound by a thread, going down, down through the ages. You could have stayed, but you came here instead to fill my life's empty pages. If only love would be our guide. Bound, bound, bound by a thread, going down, down through the ages. You could have stayed, but you came here instead to fill my life's empty pages. Maybe lifetimes ahead. If only love would be our guide. our guide, our guide, our guide, our guide. If only love would be our guide. There you go. That is called Bound by a Thread. I'm going to take a sip of water. 1 moment. The next song I'm going to do for you is a sing-along. So I know we're not in person together, but it is a fun tune to even do at home. So it's pretty easy. What's going to happen is I'm going to set up the loop, and we are going to come in together. The song is called Bird Song, and when we come in together, we're going to sing this line twice. We're going to sing, bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings. So it's just, bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings. And you're going to sing that with me twice, but then you're going to keep going at home. And I swear, these parts will match up, and it'll be like you're harmonizing with me, even though we're not in the same room. So I'm going to do a bunch of other stuff, and you're going to just keep singing that same line. And then we will end together, and you'll know it's the end of the song when we end together. So let's practice it once at home, just to make sure our vocal cords are warmed up and that you know where to come in. So we're going to sing together. Bird, why do you sing? Fate has clipped your wings. I think you got it, probably. I hope so. So I hope to hear it. Well, I can't hear you singing along, but I hope that you are singing along. Let them know in the chat if you are. So this is Bird Song. It's about how your spirit is always free, no matter what is going on in the external world. So here we are. There you go. I hope you were singing along. If you were, thank you. Pretty soon, sometime in the nearest future, I'll be doing some events outside at least, and then we can sing along in person. But until then, the internet has been a pretty cool way to keep in touch with people, and it's provided a way to do these shows that I do every week, every Sunday afternoon on YouTube at 2 o'clock. I do a show called Sunday Sessions, and they're free, all ages, and every week I introduce a different artist, and we talk and then do a few songs or share some paintings or whatever it is, and then I always end with a few songs of my own. So it's been really fun. If you haven't seen one of those shows, check out my YouTube page every single Sunday. On the 23rd, the guest is Johnny Clooney. He's an artist from the Quad Cities in Iowa, Illinois area, down in that corner. So the next song I'm going to do for you is called I Wait. And it's a song I wrote about the disability rights movement in America, about how people with disabilities really need a seat at the table, and to be taken into consideration when we are making changes. So this is dedicated to anyone who is working on disability justice and social justice, and positive change. So here we go. Can you see me way in the back here? I've been waiting in line. It's been a long time, can't get no service. Still I am hoping for a sign that one day things will change and we can finally take our place. That history won't forget us or try to minimize our pain, and so I wait. And so I wait. Did you know that when I get angry, I breathe fire? I could burn this place down. You may not realize all of the small ways I am not welcome, but just take a look around. Still everybody knows that you need a place to go, and living isn't easy if you incinerate your home, and so I stay. And so I stay. I may seem angry, so please forgive me, but I am still not free in this society. How long must we keep fighting for our right to be living? Wrongs overdue for righting. We're all bent to forgiving. So if you hear them make claims of progress, take a good look and see who isn't fair. We need a seat now at the table, so please invite us, or don't pretend to care. There you go. That is I Wait. I have 2 more songs for you this evening. And I see there have been a few questions posted in the chat, so that's awesome. If there are any more, now is your time to ask, and then we'll take a few questions at the end of this show. So thank you so much for sticking around, and to Carver County Library for having me. This song is the first song I ever wrote. It's called Grace and a Tender Hand, and it's about being okay with the present moment. I don't know the words to the song I want to sing you. I don't have a name for what I want to bring you. And I don't understand what you've seen or all that you have done. But if I could bring you peace today, my battle would be won. You're weighted down with worry, you doubt what you are worth. You question if you'll ever know your place upon the earth. But if you saw what I see, this perfect person standing next to me, if you could kindly let yourself be, your battle would be won. We don't know the outcomes, how this story will unfold. We only have a moment, and it is not ours to hold. A place to fall, a time to land. We grow by grace and a tender hand. The beauty of this hidden plan is our battle has been The beauty of this hidden plan is our battle has been won. Thank you. So I'm gonna do one more song for you tonight. This song is called Metsäkukkia. It's spelled pretty. Well, it's a Finnish word. It means forest flowers, and I learned this song up in Hibbing, Minnesota, at a campground where there was like some Finnish heritage music being played on an accordion, and I just was like, "What? This song is beautiful." And then I heard it a few years later from a violinist named Sarah Payanen, and on the fiddle, and I was just like, "Oh, I love this tune." So I had to figure out how to loop it. And when I did, I learned how to loop it in a way that kind of sounds like the apocalypse, which is not really how it's usually played, but you'll hear what I mean when I play it. And it's kind of a fun way to end the show, like the big finale. So thank you so much for being here. There's still a couple minutes to ask questions. I see there's a few in the chat, and I would love to answer them. Otherwise, I will be playing. My first outdoor show at this point is August 25th at Glensheen Mansion outside. It's like a Wednesday night show. But I'm sure as the year progresses, especially once my book rough draft is done, I will be booking more things, at least outside. So I'm sure we'll see each other, if not in person, maybe online at a show. And take care of yourselves. This is Metsäkukkia. you go. That is Messakukia. Thank you so much for listening tonight. Thank you so much to the library for having me. And if there are any questions, Susan, I'm happy to answer them before we head out.
Okay, there are a couple questions. One is from Mara Wilbur. Well, she has two, but one is later. How did you discover and start using looping in your music?
Yeah, that's a great question. I received my first well, I guess I have two now, but my first looping pedal from a person named Alan Sparhawk of the band Low. Way back in 2011, so 10 years ago, he saw me jamming at a farmer's market and he wanted to do a project together and he told me about it. And what it was a live film soundtrack, and he wanted to layer up my violin with loops, and then I could improvise over the top. So at the beginning, the first time we used the pedal, he was actually the one controlling it. And I was just playing a harmony to what I heard, like improvising on the spot. But eventually, we formed a band after that, played a lot of shows in the Duluth area and a couple in Minneapolis. And then he one day brought over a pedal and said, "This one is for you. I want you to figure out how to loop because I think eventually you'll do shows by yourself." And I was like, haha, no way. But actually, it really was fun. It took a couple of years to learn how to really get the timing correct because it's very timing specific. But I'm very grateful that he introduced me to it because I don't know if I would have found it on my own. And it's like such a big part of my music now. So that is how I was introduced to it.
Okay, and now we have a vehicle question from Phyllis Mathis. Do you still have your black and tan Cavalier? We saw you guys at Burlington Bay Campground several years back. We had a tricolor Cavalier.
Oh, cute. Unfortunately, that was Clara, the best dog in the world. But unfortunately, this June, she passed away from intestinal cancer in kind of in the middle of the pandemic, which was so sad. And then in October, we got a bunny instead. We don't have a dog at this point. We got a rabbit named Merlin, who you can't see right now because he will eat all these cords in a matter of seconds. So he's in his cage when we do shows so that he can't destroy all my music equipment. But we loved Clara, and I hope to get another Cavalier someday because she was the best dog ever. But yeah, R.I.P. What'd you say?
Cavalier was a car. I thought a Cavalier was a car, and I don't know why.
It is a car. I think there's a car and a basketball team and the cutest dog in the world.
Yeah, that's why I don't know why I went with car on that one. Maron would also like to know, what is one change you would really like to happen for disability rights?
You know, I think, I don't know if I can say just one. I guess the two that I would like to see is, enforcing the Americans with Disabilities Act better. So, there's laws about making all things that are available to the public accessible, like buildings and events and jobs and stuff. But often it just doesn't go enforced. And part of the problem is it's not a funded thing. I would love to see the government start funding some of the projects to help businesses get up to code. But not only that, people still haven't prioritized it. Like people still go to inaccessible restaurants or bars, or they play, for artists, like they go to shows at venues that aren't accessible, where really it takes all of us standing up and saying, no, this isn't right anymore. It's 30 years. Well, it was never right. Certainly not right 30 years after the law was signed. So just starting to take it seriously. So when we see things that aren't accessible, instead of just going with the flow, speaking up or switching venues or going to different restaurants or whatever it is, I think that would really change. And then I want to see the mainstream media covering disabled people more often, not just as public interest medical stories, but just including us as kind of a diverse part of the culture in America, right? And so I think that would help kind of normalize disability and help people to realize that we're just like everyone else and have the same rights and the same dreams. And the more you see people, the less of an outlier it becomes. And so, and not all disabilities are visible. So I don't even mean media coverage of just visible disabilities, but just including disability in the narrative in all kinds of stories like art, music, politics, all these stories, not just disability specific stories. I think right now it's very niche still. And it affects like 26% of Americans have some sort of disability. Something like 74% of New Yorkers said they had a close relationship with someone with a disability. So it was like, it's not an uncommon thing. So making it more visible in our culture, I think, would help speed things up when it comes to people caring and taking the steps they need to make things inclusive. So that's my two things, I guess, that I would
Okay.
recommend or wish to see.
Okay. And I have a couple somewhat related questions myself. I know as a concert goer, at least recently, like in the past 5-10 years in the Twin Cities, it's gotten better to attend concerts for people with disabilities. Has it gotten better for performers?
That's a good question. I made a commitment a couple of years ago to only play at wheelchair accessible venues so that people could get into the venue, they could use the bathroom, they could see the stage. I don't always include stage accessibility in my list of must-haves, but if they don't have an accessible stage, I only play on the floor unless they are willing to get a ramp, like rent one or build one or buy one. And so I know that there are still venues that do not have accessible stages in the Twin Cities. I don't have an exhaustive list in my mind or anything, but I've definitely done shows at places where either I've been on the
Mhm.
floor or gone up a ramp that they had to get specially for that show. And I would love to see venues in Minneapolis work together to maybe like have a sharing system of
Yeah.
ramps or a lift or any things that can get people up on stage, or just build permanent ones. I play nationally, and one thing I have noticed is if you're up front with the venues early in the process of booking the shows, the ones that really do care about accessibility are usually willing to build some kind of plywood ramp, that's safe and up to, uses the same standards as the
Okay.
ADA. And that's a change that I think is real. Like I can say that if you're upfront about it at the beginning, and tell venues that this is really important to me, a lot of them will do it, but not all. So a lot of times I either don't play there or I play on the floor. So um, it's a mixed bag right now. But I would like to. I just want to make sure people know that there are good people.
Oh, it looks like we're frozen a bit again. We'll see if she's going to come back or if we
Who are
might
willing
end
to
it. Oh,
work.
there we go.
Hello.
We're getting
Hello.
we had a little freeze up again.
Oh no.
Hello?
Where was I in my answer
Yeah.
when I got cut off?
You were almost done. You said we got the part about the ramps for most people willing to build one,
Oh yeah.
and
So
most
just
then, yeah, yeah.
yeah, just know that there's good people out there, but that I think those are the kinds of places we need to support.
Yeah. And kind of related, will any of this be in the book that you're writing right now?
Yes.
That's
So
that's
I've
kind of, we'll wrap
decided.
it up with that.
Yeah, no, that's great. I have decided in the book that I'm going to kind of have two storylines. One will be from childhood to winning the tiny desk, and then the other storyline is going to be like beginning to tour all the way till the present. And so there's going to be a lot of stuff about touring in general, but really accessibility in the arts and what we can do to make it better and where we need to go to make the world more inclusive and seeing disability as diversity. So that'll all be in there. I'm really excited for the book. It's a big project. If you have written a book before, you probably understand. But it's gonna be really fun. So hopefully, I'll be able to chat with the library once that is done in a year or two when it's out. So
Okay. Oh, a year or two.
well, when it's
I heard
published, that's the
2022.
thing. It
Yeah.
takes quite a while
Yeah.
when you got to write it, and then there's like a whole year after that
Edit.
till it comes
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So we'll wait. Check our catalog, but I'm sure everybody wants to buy a copy so they can get a, signed copy or an official copy and have one for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, anyway, thank you for joining us today, and thanks everybody who stopped by to watch. And we'll have this up on our social media for a while in case you want to come back and review it again.
Thank you. Take care and have a wonderful night, everybody.
Bye now.
Bye.